Welcome to my transistor review. In this transistor review, I'm going to be sharing with you practically everything you need to know about transistor as a podcasting platform. You get to know absolutely everything you need to know about transistor, whether it's a good podcast platform or whether it's just another one that you need to run away from. You get to know absolutely everything you need to know about transistor in this transistor review. So basically, in this transistor review, I'll be sharing with you my personal experience and everything you need to know about transistor in this transistor review. So basically, I'm talking about what transistor is all about, that is what this platform stands for, what they've got in stock for you, and what you are most likely to get from them. Most importantly, what they've got in stock for you. You also get to see who can use transistor in this transistor podcast review. So you also get to see the pros and the cons of using transistor. You get to see the interesting side and as well as the bad side, because for everything that has a good side, if you observe very carefully, you will definitely find the bad side as well, which I'm going to share absolutely everything you need to know as to this in the course of this transistor review. You also get to see the pricing plans across various packages, as they've got different pricing plans, and there are peculiarities to each of their pricing plans, as they've got different plans, and each of them has their own significance as to what they can do, as to their own peculiarities. So it's very, very important for you to ensure that you keep to the end of this transistor review, so you won't miss the most important information you need to have about transistor in this transistor review. You also get to see what other active users of this podcast platform, what they are currently saying about transistor. You get to hear from them as to their own opinion on transistor. It does not necessarily have to be what I say alone. You have the opportunity to hear from other active users out there of transistor and hear from them as to their own opinion about transistor. And to the final part, which is the most important part of this transistor review, this is exactly where you get to know whether transistor is actually what you are using for your podcasting business, or whether it's just another one that you need to avoid completely, all based on my personal experience using transistor. This is exactly where I'm going to get to show you whether it's actually worth it or not. So it's very, very important for you to ensure that you keep to the end of this transistor review, so you won't miss the most important information that you need to have about it. So let's go. So what is transistor? Transistor is actually a podcast platform that allows you to host your content, that allows you to publish, and allows you to get your to promote your podcast across various podcasting platform. You can see what we have on their own page. It said it's your podcast publishing platform. Record and upload your podcast. We distribute it to Spotify, to Apple Podcast, to Google Podcast, and the likes. So basically, it's a podcast publishing platform that allows you to create and publish and also grow your podcasting business. So basically, that's what it does. So anyone at all who runs any kind of content based business, where if you run a podcast based business where you have to share your content, it's actually a platform that actually allows you to do all of that. So basically, let's go. So what are the interesting side of using transistor? The first thing I have is the fact that transistor as a podcasting platform allows you to automatically upload every podcast episode you publish to YouTube. You'll be able to it helps you automatically upload every podcast episode you publish to YouTube, and also it will also help you convert your audio files to video files along with a background image of your choice. That is, any podcast any podcast content that you have, it helps you publish it automatically to YouTube. And also, in the course of doing that, if it's an audio file, it also helps you. It's an audio. It's going to help you convert that audio file to video files, and you can choose the background image of your choice. So you can have a branded image on YouTube as well. So it allows you to do that. And interestingly, with transistor, it also allows you to auto generate website. You can easily auto generate website for your shows, which will enhance your perception. That is, while trying to upload or create your own content or your podcast, you can also generate a website for that particular show, which is going to enhance your a perception that is in the mind of your customer. They see you as someone that is that is really reliable and competent in his business. And also another interesting thing about Transistor is the fact that with Transistor you can easily publish your podcast across several platforms. That is, whether it's Apple Podcast, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, and many others out there. So you can be sure of a massive distribution of your content across all major podcast platforms. And also, Transistor also provides you with great analytics. That is, it's going to give you absolute analytics of everything that is happening as regards your content. So when you see that, you'll be able to easily make informed decision, and you know how to do, you know what is working and what is not working, what you need to improve on and what you need to stop doing. And also with Transistor, you can as well add unlimited number of collaborators or team members on your podcast. That is, you have the opportunity to bring in more people on your podcast, and also in the course of doing that, you can also give them roles and also permission in the course of doing that. That is, it gives you the opportunity to work with as many people as possible. And interestingly, Transistor has got great customer support. One thing I keep saying is this: I will never use any tool or any platform that does not offer great customer support, because any new tool, any new platform that you are introduced to, there is a tendency that you may experience one or two problems, or you may have one or two questions in the course of using it. And if the customer support is not there to help you out, then in that case, it's not worth it. But in the case of Transistor, they've got great customer support across all their communication channel, and they are always willing to help you and help you solve your problem when the need arises. And also, another interesting thing about Transistor for me is the fact that Transistor allows you host and manage multiple shows. That is, you can create as many shows as possible, and then you can as well manage those shows even as you do them. So that makes it very, very interesting for me. That is, it gives you opportunity to do so many things at a time at no cost, at no additional cost. Now let's go to the bad side. To be very, very honest, at the time of making this review, I've not really found any bad side to this podcast platform. But what I want to say is this: anything that is actually good, that appears to be great, can actually be better than the way it is. Like someone said, perfection is an illusion. Anything that is good can actually be better than the way it is. So Transistor can actually be better than what it is at the moment. So now let's go to the pricing plan here. Transistor has got different pricing plans. They've got the starter plan, they've got the professional plan, and they've got the business plan. So all plans they've got the barest minimum you can ever get started with. At the time of making this Transistor review, is the starter plan that goes for around $19 per month. But if you are paying annually, you pay less. But at this moment, the barest minimum is around $19 per month, and each of these plans has different capabilities as to what they can do, as to their strength, as to the level at which they can go, as to what they can handle. That's why it's very, very important for you to see the one that will be most suitable for you, or the one that will serve your own business purpose the best. That's why it's very, very important for you to click on the link right in this video description down there. You'll be able to see the full pricing for the various packages they've got, the offers and discount that comes with each of their plans. Most importantly, their capabilities. Like I said, the barest minimum I've seen so far is around $19 per month, and each of these plans has their own capacity as to what they can do, as to the level at which they can go. That's why it's very, very important for you to see the one that will be most suitable for you, or the one that will suit you the best. That's why it's very, very important for you to click on the link right in this video description now. Then you get to see the full pricing. Most importantly, the offers and discount that comes with each of them, and also their capability. You also be able to see that as well. Now let's go to what other people are saying about Transistor. This is a user. This person said there is no better podcast host. When he was asked what he likes best about Transistor, he said Transistor allows podcast creators to create multiple shows in one account easily. He said the feature has been essential for me as a university professor who creates a new podcast series of lecture for every new class I teach. He said with Transistor I pay one monthly fee and can set up as many shows, or in my case classes, as I need to. He said another feature that Transistor has is the ability to quickly and easily submit your podcast to all different repositories: Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Overcast. He said it took me less than 10 minutes to have my podcast submitted to all the directors I wanted. When I was asked what they disliked about Transistor, I said, I've been using Transistor for over a year now, and I can honestly say there's nothing I don't like about the service. This person said there is no better podcast host than Transistor itself. He said it's a great one. This is another person. This person said Transistor is the most bang for the buck. He said Transistor is, in my opinion, the best podcast hosting platform out there. For the money, there are no better options. He said multiple podcasts for one price. He said it is stable and reliable. They've got stable and reliable infrastructure that makes your podcast always available. He said there is no ads unless you want them. He said they've got a world-class support, whether you have a technical issue or just have a question. He said it's the most bang for the buck. Diabetes, it's a great one for him and so on. Now let's go to what I personally feel about Transistor. In my own opinion, based on my personal experience with Transistor, I would say Transistor as a podcast platform, they've actually got a great tool, a great platform at that is reasonably easy to use, and it's highly efficient for hosting, managing and distributing your content. And interestingly, it allows you host multiple shows at the same time. You'll be able to publish your content across all major podcast platforms out there: Google Podcast, Apple, Spotify, and many others. And it also allows you to collaborate, and you'll be able to assign permissions to people you bring on board, and also it's going to help you get the best out of your effort by exponentially enhancing your content engagement, its visibility, and also your impact. And as such, it's going to help you turn your business around, be able to make more money, be able to impact more lives, and share your knowledge at the widest range. And it's also crowned by an amazing customer support. Like I said, I love customer support so much. And interestingly, they've also got a 14-day free trial where you can test it out and see how it works. If you love it, you can keep using. If you don't, you can decide to discontinue. You can test it out. You can go for their free trial and see how it works. So there is no risk involved trying out Transistor. I will say you're safe with them. I will say again, Transistor is actually worth it because they serve the primary function of a meaningful podcast platform out there. So with what I've said, if you think Transistor is something you want to give a trial, you want to test it out, you want to see what it can actually do for you, you want to start their free trial or try to see what they can actually do for you, there's a special link right in this video description. Once you click on that special link, you'll be able to get started with Transistor at a very unusual discounted price that you're not going to find elsewhere. That is to enjoy all of what Transistor has put in place for you, to see what it can actually do for you and what it can do for your own content and its publicity. There's a special link right in this video description. Once you click on that special link, you'll be able to get started with Transistor at a very unusual discounted price that you're not going to find elsewhere. On that note, I want to thanks for watching my Transistor review. If you found any value in this video, ensure to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any question as regards Transistor, you can make use of the comment box below to ask your questions. I'm going to look into it and see if something I can answer. Once again, do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel to keep enjoying similar videos like this on other helpful tools that can take your business to the next level. On that note, I want to thanks for watching my Transistor review, and I hope to see your business at the top. Bye for now.